What is up, guys? Welcome back. I know it's been a while. 2023 was a busy year for me. I didn't really have a chance to upload any vlogs, but I've got a lot of footage. So I figured I'd share this one with you before the year is over. This is from my trip to Australia to see the Women's World Cup in August of this year. Yeah, I'm back. I'm gonna try and do more videos in 2024. I have a few things planned, a few trips, so it should be very exciting. Um, but let's jump into this vlog here. Okay, so backstory here. Uh, Earlier this year, my cousin had invited me to travel with her to go see the Women's World Cup. I've never been to Australia before, and this is where it was being hosted. So we decided to go, and we were going to make about a 2-week trip out of this. So really exciting, tons of fun. A lot of planning went into this. Again, I am no stranger to traveling, so I just made sure that I had everything mapped out, and I was traveling with my cousin who, this was her first time, her first international trip outside of the US or North America. So really exciting, tons of fun. We'll just talk about like briefly what I did, or I guess an overview. So we left, I believe it was a Tuesday, I flew from Sacramento over to Honolulu. That was our connecting flight that would get us over to Australia. So spent about a day in Honolulu with my cousin, met up with her there. It was very crazy, considering the day that we had arrived, or the day that I had arrived. I believe this was August 8th, so which was the day of the fire, the big fire that happened in Hawaii. So we had no knowledge when we arrived. We had just started seeing the alerts on the TV notifying us to evacuate. I don't think it was particularly towards us in Honolulu, but more so just a general notice. And so that was a little frightening, but thankfully we didn't have to leave. And we were already going to catch a flight the next day. So briefly spent a day in Hawaii, in Honolulu, got to explore around a little bit, and then headed over to the airport. And then from the Honolulu airport, we set out on a trip, over 5,000 miles of flying. I think it was 10 plus hours. Arrived in Melbourne the next day, so we arrived on the 10th. And then from Melbourne, we took another flight to get us to Sydney, and that was a ton of fun. I will definitely say getting through TSA is always a challenge in other countries, and so always just be prepared. I know for us, when we arrived, there was a potential of us missing our flight due to some delays, and so that was a bit scary, but thankfully we were able to get through and navigate to where we needed to go. So we ended up in Sydney that same day, and then from Sydney we ended up the next day. We got a hotel and we flew from Sydney to Brisbane. And so that's where we essentially caught our first official stay there. And so tons of fun there. We ended up watching a couple games that went on just from our hotel. We got to visit some of the areas like South Bank, some of the shopping centers there. And so really fun. Yeah, good time. We ended up staying at the Pacific Hotel in Brisbane. I think it was just a spot that we had chosen. It seemed to be highly rated, so we stayed there. Accommodations were really nice. I think everyone there was pretty close to soccer in the game, and so there was a lot of support from the Nationals there, which is really fun. It was interesting for us because when we had arrived, we had realized that the women's team was actually knocked out of the tournament. So it was kind of tough. So I decided that I was going to root for Australia, and so once we got there, I was gung ho on Australia, supporting the team. And Sam Kerr, who is an amazing athlete. So I essentially just went out, bought a jersey. As you can see, my Australia jersey here, so go Matildas. And yeah, we supported Australia throughout the entire game. So while we were in Brisbane, one of the things we wanted to do was catch a World Cup game, so we got to watch Australia versus France, which is really great. A very competitive game. It actually happened to be an amazing game because we got to catch one of the longest shootouts. You can see, if you look up that game, you'll be able to see how intense that match was. But it was amazing. The game was held at Suncorp Stadium, so an amazing stadium. Had tons of fun there, and we found it pretty easy to navigate the area, to get into the stadium and to get out. I will note that when you go to some of those national games, transportation tends to be a little more difficult. I think we ended up walking back to our hotel, which was pretty insane considering how far it was, but it wasn't too bad. In the the Australia team, the Matildas, they won that night, so everyone was happy, and it was a great experience. Of course, there's other fun things that we did around Brisbane besides going to the game. We got to check out a lot of amazing food spots. We went to this waffle or pancake spot that was built in an old church. I believe it's called Pancake Manor. So if you're ever in the area, feel free to check it out. Really cool. We went to a couple shopping centers. Definitely tried our luck out with a lot of the attractions that were there. And then we also got to be a part of the fan festival that was there that FIFA was hosting. So we got to watch Japan play Sweden, which was a really intense game as well. It was amazing to see how many fans of Japan there were there rooting for them, so it was really great. Unfortunately, they lost, but those ladies were so good, so it was really fun to see. So the next day, we headed out. So this was a Sunday, I believe this was the 13th of August. We headed from Brisbane and flew all the way across the country to Adelaide. And then from Adelaide, we ended up just spending the day in the city. We got a nice hotel there. We stayed at the Hotel Grand Chancellor, which was really fun. An amazing place. I will say Adelaide is a bit different from the rest of the country, at least the cities that we had already visited. So a little more quieter, but still the sights were amazing. And I think there was a lot more rich history there, especially exploring the city. We ended up spending the night there, and then the next day we woke up extremely early. I think we had to leave the hotel at 3 in the morning to catch our ferry at 5 in the morning. So we drove all the way down to Cape Jervis. I believe I'm saying that right. And then we took a ferry from Cape Jervis, so the kind of the tip of the area, I guess the southwest point, and then we took a ferry to get to Kangaroo Island, which was really fun. It was something on our map. That's something when my cousin and I were initially discussing what we wanted to do, that was a must-see for me. And so thankfully we were able to do that. It was very interesting. We ended up renting a car. My cousin drove, and we live in the U.S., United States, and so essentially we are not used to driving on the opposite side of the road, so it was a unique learning challenge for us, but we made it there. We ended up docking, or we left our car at the port, and then we were able to drive in, and from Cape Jervis we were able to ride all the way across with our vehicle, and then land there. So I think we landed in Pelican Lagoon, and then we were able to drive all the way around the island and kind of explore it. Really fun. So we made it a whole day trip. Oh, actually, we spent 2 days there. So we just drove around the first day. Here's some really great footage of the island itself. Yo, what's up, guys? It is August 14th. Today is a Monday. We're here in Kangaroo Island. Finally made it. Took a very short boat ride to this island. We rented a car, so we're gonna take some time and explore the island. We'll be here for
essentially 2 days. So it should be fun. Get to see a bunch of wildlife and kind of explore the island and find some really cool IG photo moments. Yeah, it should be fun though. It's a little chilly out, I will say. I don't think I packed the appropriate gear for this, but we'll see. And if anything, I'll buy something here. It's early in the morning. We made an early drive to get here, so I'm a little tired, but it should be a fun, exciting day. So yeah, come along for the ride. Hey, what's up?
Oh, hello. We're driving on the wrong side of the road today. Yeah. Oyster farm.
Whew. Getting tired. Almost there. How are you feeling?
Good.
Feel good? Look at me. You feel good?
You broke all that.
Oh, what a walk up for this view. All right, so we just got to this beach called Stokes Bay. Really nice. See views here. Looks amazing. This is supposed to be a really nice beach. Probably one of the nicest beaches in Australia. And we're gonna go through this tunnel to get to the beach. So you'll see right now, it's pretty awesome. There's also a bunch of signs about rip currents, so I'm not a great swimmer, so I will not be participating in that. So you don't have to worry about it, but let's see this trail here. All right, let's see. That's crazy. Look at this beach. Amazing. All right. So I found this incredible beach here in Australia. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, it's just like it's like a movie moment. This beach is so amazing. I'm at a loss for words. But it's incredible. The wildlife here on Kangaroo Island is amazing. We've seen probably more dead kangaroos than I've seen alive. Still haven't seen a koala yet, but this island's full of surprises. All right, so we're here at Stokes Bay. Finally made it. This is here off of Kangaroo Island. It's a little secluded beach. If you don't know about Stokes Bay, it's probably one of the best beaches to visit here in Australia. You've probably seen a ton of TikTok videos kind of highlighting this beach here, but this is it. It's amazing. You got some signature orange rock here. To enter into this bay, you have to go through a cave. It's really cool. I'll have some videos to show you all. It's amazing. Such a gorgeous place, and definitely a must visit if you come to Kangaroo Island. Scaring him.
Good, maybe he'll do something. Do a flip! Oh, there's another one over there.
Oh yeah, there's two.